It is an understatement to say a lot of work goes into an athletic event of any magnitude, let alone at the NCAA championship level. This week in Eugene, you will find a familiar face that is seen on 401 North 4th Street in ISU Arena back in Terre Haute that is roaming around Hayward Field. It's Angie Lansing.
A member of the sport committee, and so what our role is we actually just monitor the championships, help run the championships, and so we've been in here since Sunday, a few of us, everybody else arrived Monday, and we've just been making sure that everything's in order, helping Oregon staff do what they need to do. They have a ton of professional people and about 700 volunteers, so we really just make sure everything's in top-notch condition for the student athletes.
Angie is in the midst of her 4-year term as chair on the national committee, a position that has opened her eyes about what goes in to the track and field championship, despite being a former athlete in the sport.
And when you know the sport, there's so much about track and field that you don't actually know till you get into the nitty-gritty of the details. And so I really enjoy just seeing the student athletes compete at the highest level and getting to interact with all the coaches. It's really a rewarding experience.
You don't have to look extremely far to see the impact of Angie Lansing at Indiana State. You'll see her cheering in the stands at the Holman Center or at the biggest of all stages this week at Hayward Field. As for the other Angie, and Angie Martin, a teammate of Angie Lansing's back in the day, she can't express enough what it means to have Angie Lansing on the committee, but more importantly, as a Sycamore.
She's a huge role model, I think. She's a smart, intelligent woman that has done a lot for Indiana State. She was a teammate of mine back in the day. She was a couple years older than me, so I always looked up to her then, and it's nice that now I still have somebody to look up to. She's a good mentor and does things the right way, and she's a very good example for men and women.
The biggest of all programs are battling out for national championships this weekend, but Angie Lansing does admit when she sees Sycamore blue and white sprinkled in Eugene, that typical Angie smile is just a tad bigger.
I'm always proud of our Sycamore student athletes and the fact that several of them get to join me here at the championship. That's what I'm the most proud of. And for me, I get to watch up close and personal. These guys compete. I was just able to be down by the fence for Timlin and Marcus's race, and hopefully the same tomorrow for Elise and Taylor. But it's really fun for me. I'm proud of our coaching staff and our student athletes, and it's really just one of those moments that you just kind of get chills.
As the meet rolls along, you won't read about Angie Lansing's work in any of the publications in Oregon, or anywhere for that matter. But folks that work at the biggest level in our industry, which is the NCAA office, or find out about our special jewel we have in Terre Haute, Angie Lansing. Reporting for GoSycamores.com, I'm Luke Martin.